Painted in June 1889, The Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh is more than just a masterpiece. It's a captivating puzzle that has intrigued scientists for years. This captivating painting, depicting a swirling night sky above the quiet town of Saint-Rémy-de-Provence, has mesmerized viewers for over a century with its dreamlike beauty and expressive brushwork. The painting's enduring fame comes not only from its beauty, but also from the mysteries it holds, especially Van Gogh's incredible ability to capture the essence of turbulence in the night sky. Van Gogh painted The Starry Night while staying at a mental health facility in Saint-Rémy, where he'd admitted himself after experiencing a mental breakdown. Confined within the walls of the asylum, he found comfort and inspiration by observing the world outside his window. The view from his room, overlooking the rolling hills of Provence and the ever-changing night sky, provided him with an endless source of artistic inspiration. The painting's composition, with its swirling cypress trees, a bright crescent moon, and a fiery sky filled with stars, reflects Van Gogh's intense emotional state and his deep connection to the natural world. The swirling patterns in the sky, reminiscent of turbulent flow in liquids and gases, have drawn the attention of physicists and art historians alike, prompting them to explore the scientific underpinnings of Van Gogh's artistic genius. Van Gogh's distinctive brushwork is fundamental to the visual impact of The Starry Night. Unlike traditional painters who aimed for smooth, blended transitions, Van Gogh employed a technique called impasto, applying thick layers of paint directly onto the canvas. This technique gave his paintings an incredible sense of depth, with the paint itself becoming an integral part of the work's texture and form. In The Starry Night, impasto is used to depict the swirling motion of the stars, clouds, and cypress trees. The individual brushstrokes, visible as distinct ridges of paint, create a sense of movement and energy, as if the entire scene is caught in a perpetual flow. These swirls, varying in size and intensity, evoke the turbulent flows observed in nature, from the eddies in a rushing river to the swirling clouds in the sky. The colors Van Gogh used further enhance the sense of movement and turbulence. The contrasting shades of blue and yellow, applied in interwoven swirls, create an optical illusion of motion, drawing the viewer's eye across the canvas. The bright, almost glowing stars, rendered with thick impasto strokes, seem to pulsate and shimmer against the deep blue of the night sky. Analysis of the brushstrokes and colors in The Starry Night reveals a striking resemblance to the turbulence found in the Earth's atmosphere, demonstrating Van Gogh's intuitive understanding of natural processes. A new study says there's more to Vincent van Gogh's famous painting than meets the eye. By analyzing the brushstrokes and colors, researchers discovered that the swirling, turbulent sky shares characteristics with the invisible dynamic processes that occur in Earth's atmosphere. Van Gogh painted this in June 1889 while living in an asylum in southern France, recovering after a mental breakdown that led him to cut off part of his own ear 6 months earlier. The masterpiece, The Starry Night, is an oil-on-canvas painting depicting a swirling night sky as seen from his window, with an idealized village added in the foreground. It is renowned for its detailed brushwork and vivid use of color. Chinese researchers noticed similarities between the swirling patterns and the dynamic motion patterns of fluids and gases. They decided to take a closer look. Writing in the journal Physics of Fluids, the team analyzed the fine details of the brushstrokes and colors, finding that both closely resembled the turbulence of gases in the atmosphere. The analysis shows that the painter possessed a keen and intuitive understanding of natural phenomena, said study co-author Huang Yongyang, an oceanographer and fluid dynamics expert at Xiamen University in China. The accurate depiction of turbulence could stem from studying cloud and atmospheric movements, or an innate sense of capturing the dynamics of the sky. The researchers specifically analyzed 14 swirls in the painting's sky and found that these patterns all adhered to the patterns predicted by Kolmogorov's basic scaling law. Kolmogorov's law is a physics rule that describes how atmospheric gases move at different scales depending on their kinetic energy. In this painting, kinetic energy is represented by the intensity of the yellow colors used by the artist. Going further, they found that the spacing and weight of individual brushstrokes were related to the Batchelor scale. In fluid and particle dynamics, the Batchelor scale describes the size of swirls and droplets before they dissipate in a turbulent fluid. However, Kolmogorov and Batchelor formulated their laws decades after the artist's death, so Van Gogh was certainly not consciously applying fluid dynamics knowledge, but rather he may have been drawing on inspiration from general observations of the sky or natural swirls. Similarly, the connection between energy and the color yellow is also a coincidence, but one rooted in the artist's instinctive perception. But it's clear that The Starry Night sparks associations with processes in the natural world. In 2020, researchers named a new species of spider after the painting due to the resemblance between the painting's colorful swirls and the luminous dots on the newly discovered spider's body. In 2021, microbiologists also noted a striking resemblance between the painting's iconic swirls and colonies of mutated bacteria. In May 2024, new images from NASA's Juno spacecraft of Jupiter also showed swirling storms in the planet's northern hemisphere that look strikingly similar to Van Gogh's brushstrokes. These swirling clouds are also related to turbulent patterns in Jupiter's atmosphere, similar to those on Earth. Art historians and scientists have long recognized a striking resemblance between the swirling patterns in The Starry Night and the complex flows observed in liquids and gases, a field of study known as fluid dynamics. Turbulence, characterized by chaotic and unpredictable changes in the velocity and pressure of a fluid, is a ubiquitous phenomenon in nature, manifesting in everything from ocean currents and weather patterns to the flow of blood in our veins. One of the defining features of turbulent flow is the formation of vortices, swirling eddies of fluid that range in size from microscopic to enormous, such as hurricanes. These vortices interact with each other in complex ways, transferring energy from larger scales to smaller scales, a process known as energy cascading. This cascading effect is thought to be responsible for the chaotic and seemingly random nature of turbulent flow. Van Gogh's intuitive understanding of turbulent flow, likely stemming from his keen observations of the natural world, is evident in his depiction of the night sky in The Starry Night. The swirling patterns of the stars and clouds, with their varying sizes and intensities, resemble the vortices observed in turbulent flow, suggesting a subconscious grasp of the fundamental principles of fluid dynamics. The Dance of Scales, Kolmogorov and Batchelor's influence. The connection between Van Gogh's artistic style and the science of turbulence was further solidified with the development of Kolmogorov's theory of turbulence in the 1940s. Andrei Kolmogorov, a prominent Soviet mathematician, proposed a statistical description of turbulence, arguing that the energy contained within a turbulent flow is distributed across a range of scales, from the largest eddies to the smallest dissipation scales. Kolmogorov's theory, later refined by George Batchelor and others, introduced the concept of the inertial subrange, a range of scales within a turbulent flow where energy is transferred from larger eddies to smaller eddies without significant dissipation. This energy cascade continues until the eddies become so small that viscosity, the fluid's internal resistance to flow, becomes dominant, leading to the dissipation of energy as heat. The ratio between the largest and smallest scales of turbulence, known as the Reynolds number, plays a crucial role in determining the characteristics of a flow. Flows with high Reynolds numbers, such as those found in the atmosphere and oceans, exhibit a wide range of eddy sizes and are highly turbulent, while flows with low Reynolds numbers are more laminar, characterized by smooth, orderly motion. Unraveling the mystery. Modern science meets artistic genius. In recent years, physicists have applied sophisticated mathematical tools to analyze Van Gogh's paintings, seeking to quantify the turbulence depicted in his brushstrokes. One such study, conducted by researchers at the University of Mexico, used digital image processing techniques to analyze the luminance, a measure of brightness, in The Starry Night. The study revealed that the luminance fluctuations in the painting exhibit a remarkable similarity to the statistical properties of turbulence predicted by Kolmogorov's theory. Specifically, the researchers observed power law scaling of the luminance fluctuations, indicating that energy was being transferred from larger scales to smaller scales, just as in a turbulent flow. These findings suggest that Van Gogh, perhaps unknowingly, was able to capture the essence of turbulence in his paintings, not through a conscious understanding of fundamental physical laws, but through his keen ability to observe the natural world and his capacity to translate those observations into a unique artistic language. His brushstrokes, far from being random or arbitrary, reflect an intuitive grasp of the complex patterns and dynamics of fluid flow. The serendipitous harmony of art and science, the story of the Starry Night and its connection to turbulence, highlights the unexpected but profound link that can exist between art and science. Van Gogh, driven by his artistic vision and a deep connection to nature, created a masterpiece that transcends its historical context, speaking to universal truths about the world around us. His intuitive understanding of turbulent flow, vividly expressed through his brushstrokes, demonstrates the power of art to illuminate even the most complex and seemingly chaotic aspects of nature. The ongoing scientific investigations into Van Gogh's paintings are a testament to the enduring fascination with his work and the enduring power of art to inspire scientific inquiry. As we continue to explore the mysteries of the universe, both within and outside ourselves, the serendipitous harmony of art and science, exemplified by the Starry Night, is sure to continue to spark our curiosity and deepen our appreciation for the beauty and complexity of the world we inhabit.